What's up, everybody? You're watching the all-new and official South Central Baddies Aftershow, only on Damieon After Dark. I'm so excited to have you here. So if you're ready to talk about episode 6 of South Central Baddies, you've come to the right place. Get settled in, and before we begin and we get started, I do want to say, if you have not subscribed yet and you're new here, make sure you click that subscribe button and turn on your post notifications so you never miss when I post a video or go live, okay? Now, if you want to support the channel, you can click the thumbs up button, and I really appreciate that. That helps me get into the algorithm so more people like yourself can find us. And if you would like to donate and support the channel even further, in the description box below will be ways that you can donate using PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and Zelle. I'll also post my Amazon wish list there for those that would like to take that route. Now, last but not least, join the conversation. I'd love to hear from you on what you thought about this episode, because baby, there was a lot going on this episode, right? Like, wow, so much to talk about. I think there's always a lot going on South Central Baddies. There's always some explosive moments happening. So you better believe we're going to talk about it. All right, let's just go ahead and start right into the episode. That's typically how we do here if you're new here. And for those that weren't here Sunday night, because you know we do the Baddies East live after show on Sunday nights at 10/9 Central right here on Damieon After Dark. For those that don't know, and we got a new background for people that didn't know. It's temporary. It's our holiday background. It's our Christmas background just for now. But then the curtains will open back up and after Christmas, and we'll go back to our tropical little oasis here. So yeah, let's talk about it. The episode picked up where it left off, obviously, from last week. And you know, the girls were getting ready for their cast photo shoot for season 4. And when the girls were getting ready for their cast photo shoot, you know, for the first time, they're not really fighting. They're getting dolled up. They're getting cute. They're getting to go do something different. Well, production decides to bring in 3 new girls. Well, they were new girls to me. They may have been on prior seasons before, but they were new girls to me. And that's what they made it seem like. Like these were new girls coming into the house, right? And these newer girls came in and they had smoke right off the bat. Like right off the rip, some of these girls had issues with Cash, mainly Nina. We saw Nina had some issues with Cash. We saw them fight tonight. They're going at one another. They're fighting one another. And, you know, with Nina coming in, we hear her say that Cash was talking about her deceased mother. And here we go again. I've said this. This is a pattern with these ladies on this show. They love talking about children and parents. And we all know that's a big no-no. You talk about somebody's mama or they daddy or they children, it's up and it's stuck. And I think that's why a lot of these girls or just people in general do it. You know, when we're hurt, we tend to want to hurt someone back. So we go for the jugular. We go for what people love to try to hurt them, right? But to be honest with y'all, I'm going to be real with y'all. As I watch this show every episode, I'm just like, this is some straight up prison yard shit. Like, that's what it reminds me of. I feel like we watching some girls in the yard at Tutwiler. For those who don't know, Tutwiler is our only women's prison that we have here in my state. But yeah, that's what it's giving me. Because here's the thing, like, y'all see when the girls like go out on the balcony? So I was watching tonight, and one of the girls was talking about like how, I think it was Cash. You know, we're gonna, you know, we'll get into it. I'll talk about it in a second. Anyway, Cash, she's crying, right? After this whole fight with Nina, she's crying. She's upset. She's saying, no, 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 no. And at first, I'm like, girl, are you that pressed and intimidated by Nina? Like, you've been fighting since the cameras came up episode 1. Why are you so pressed when it comes to Nina? But after further watching, I think it didn't really have so much to do with Nina, and it had more so to do with her just being frustrated with all of the fighting, because Cash was in hair and makeup, right? She had her little blonde wig on. She was getting her outfit ready. I don't think she was expecting these 3 new girls to come in and to be attacked and to have her wig ripped off and her makeup fucked up and her outfit fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I would be pissed too, in a way. So I can kind of get it. Now Isaiah and Nina, they're going back and forth. Isaiah is screaming at Nina. Nina is screaming at him. And Nina is upset because Isaiah won't let her continue to fight Cash. But Isaiah is like, no, I don't want y'all to fight right now because Cash has been fighting all day. She's been catching fades all day. I don't want y'all to fight. But Nina's like, no, that bitch talked about my mom. I don't care if she's been fighting all day. I want to fight her, right? Nina's pissed. And did somebody jump Nina that I don't know about that maybe happened on another show or something? Because at one point I remember Nina saying like, and that jumping shit wasn't cool. They're doing that jumping shit. That's not cool because I roll on my own. So I'm like, did they try to jump her? Because I mean, that's even more of a reason for me to want to beat your ass, right? Now, did y'all catch Cash and Knuckles outside talking to Isaiah about wanting to go home? I caught that tea. I thought that was interesting because what was interesting about it is Cash said that she felt set up. And Isaiah was like, you feel like we set you up? And she's like, no, I feel like the girls set me up. But I feel like Cashmere lied to Isaiah when Isaiah told her, because I feel like Cash was venting saying, I feel like y'all set me up. And when Isaiah says, you feel like we set you up, Cash kind of doubles back and says, oh no, I'm talking about the girls. But I feel like she was talking about production and Isaiah set her up. Because if you watch this episode closely, there were 3 girls in this episode who blamed production for setting them up. They blamed production for security allowing girls to get beat up and not interfering. Things like that. Did y'all catch that? We're going to talk about that. I've got that in my notes here at all. I've got that, not at all. I've got my notes. I've got that in my notes here. Now, with Cash and Nina going back and forth with one another, Cash is still saying, you know, fuck your dead mama. I'm going to dig her up out of her grave. Things like that I'm just like, look, I don't care how mad I get at somebody. I just don't think I'll ever go that low because it's just like, to me, that's dark energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's dark energy. And I feel like when people say shit like that, they've been like really, 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 really hurt. They've been really abused. They've been really emotionally, spiritually, mentally damaged, physically damaged sometimes too. So, you know, they let these very vile, vicious things come out of their mouths, like what Cash said about Nina's mother. Now, and at this point, watching the show, we can see that it's complete fucking madness. Nina's going at Isaiah. Isaiah's going at Nina. Cash is yelling at Nina. Nina's yelling at Cash. They're all 3 damn near crying at this point. Like, literally, everybody's doing the absolute most. Especially, I mean, even Isaiah. Isaiah, you're supposed to be the producer. You're the CEO. You're running this show. But you let your emotions get the best of you a lot of the times. And that's the part that I just don't understand. Because it's like constantly trying to break girls up. You shouldn't have to do that, Isaiah. Just like Nina told him tonight. Nina told him, like, let security break up the fights. You don't have to do it. I feel like he wants to get involved. I feel like Isaiah, no shade, Isaiah. I like you. I like what you're doing. I respect your hustle. So, you know, if you ever come across this video, no shade at all. But it comes across like you want to be a cast member. It comes across like you want to be a South Central baddie. The way you get involved with these girls' fights, the way you try to intervene with the fights and break them up. And I get you want to break the fight up. But that's why security's there. That's why they're on your payroll. Security is there to handle those type of situations. I just feel like you as the producer should not be seen unless you're going to be a cast member like Natalie and be in the credits. I feel like you should be behind the camera or in a control room, in a separate room, watching everything, taking your notes, got your earpiece in, talking to other producers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just gives, like, I get if you want to, I completely understand wanting to be a cast member because, as my subscribers know, I've produced reality TV before, but I also wanted to be on reality TV. So I understand what it's like to want to do both of the things. But I feel like with this show, Isaiah, I just feel like he should take a step back. That's just my opinion. Now, here's what I was saying earlier about one thing I noticed about the girls being on the balcony. At one moment when they were on the balcony tonight, and another moment was when Bambi was leaving and she was walking out the front door. And I was just looking at all the beautiful, lush, green palm trees that surround that big ass mansion that they're in. And I'm just like, I would be so frustrated if I'm there. Like, bitch, we are in a mansion surrounded by palm trees in California. And you're telling me our job is to fight all day long the entire time we're here? Like, bitch, I don't even care if you're paying me at this point. I don't want to do it. It just does not sound fun. What do y'all think? Am I the only one that feels that way? Please, somebody let me know in the comments. The South Central Baddies, whether you're a male or a female, let's just say if it was a house full of men or a house full of women, whichever one appeals to you, whichever one works for you, or, you know, based off your gender. Would this kind of show seem appealing to you? Now, here's the thing. If it was Bad Girls Club style, if it was the Real World style, to where we, you know, went out to lunch and we went out bowling, we went to the bar and the nightclub, and then occasionally we fought and came home and got drunk and fought, cool, I would do some shit like that all day long. But this non-stop, sun up to sundown, fight, that shit, I keep hitting my mic, so hopefully that's not creating interference, but that shit would just have to be exhausting. Y'all know what I'm saying? So Cash is talking to some of the other girls, and she's telling them that she had pretty much had a different idea coming into the show, because they, meaning production producers, Isaiah, told her, you know, we want you to be chill this season. We don't want you to be fighting so much. We want you to chill. So what I'm gathering from it is that Cash had the idea that this season was going to be a little bit more relaxed on the fighting, and that, you know, they wanted her to play a different role this season. So I think she feels a little bit bamboozled, because she feels set up, because she's like, look, y'all had me getting ready for this photo shoot. Y'all had me getting glammed, getting my wig, hair, makeup on, wardrobe. And then you got bitches showing up, running up on me, wanting to fight. So I understand why she would feel set up. And it was a setup, 100%. Isaiah's going to deny it. They can deny it. I understand they're trying to protect themselves as the producers of the show. But let's just be 100% real right now. They set her up. You're going to tell me that those 3 new girls conveniently showed up as Cash and the other girls were getting dressed for the photo shoot? Absolutely not. Production brought them there at that exact moment because they wanted this fight to go down at that exact moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Can't fool the viewers, and you damn sure can't fool me. Because I've been behind the veil, baby. I know what goes on behind the curtain. You cannot play the player. Now, another reason why I think Cash is mainly upset, crying, is that, yes, the photo shoot, you know, and she's glammed and whatnot. I think, yes, that's one of the reasons why she's pissed. Number 2, because she feels set up. But number 3, I think she's mainly upset and crying and pissed because of her face being fucked up. Because if y'all notice, she's got a black eye. She's got 2 big red scars on her face, like big scabs. Look like just like giant scars or scabs on her face. Like, her face is fucked up. She's looking like, literally looking like a $2 prostitute on the corner of Crenshaw and South Central. Literally, that's what Cash is giving. I'm completely sympathizing with her in this moment, because I would be equally as pissed. Like, bitch, y'all got me fucked up. I've been fighting nonstop since I got in this motherfucking house, and you telling me the one moment that I get to get dolled up, glammed up, and just be a human being for a second for this photo shoot, y'all got bitches to come up in here and fight me? Oh, hell no. I get it. I get it. Y'all know how I get. I get up here and I get to running my mouth, and my mouth get dry and I get thirsty as fuck. Ooh-wee, I get so thirsty up here talking. So Cash and Nina, they got all this tension. They're pissed. They want to fight each other again. Isaiah, production really doesn't want them to fight again. They want it to be over with. But Nina and Cash are persistent on fighting each other again. So they give them one more chance to square up. And I'm weak as fuck at Knuckles and Bree. They are in the room oiling Cash down, like prepping her like she's about to go in the ring with Mayweather himself. Literally, I was so weak at that because they were like oiling her down like, you got this, you got this, go in there and get it, girl, you got it. I'm like, okay, I see you, Knuckles, I see you, Bree. Y'all better help y'all's little friend out. Now, let me tell y'all where Isaiah threw me the fuck off completely. So, Isaiah is sitting back waiting for the girls to fight because he wants to, of course, break it up if it goes too far. Because he says he doesn't want things to go too far between the ladies because he says that they are, quote, doing too much and they are already supposed to be doing eliminations today. And I'm just like, hold up, wait a minute, reverse, back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Eliminations? Now, Isaiah, I know we ain't 6 episodes into this show. You talking about doing eliminations. First of all, I didn't even know this was a competition style show. Second of all, what are we eliminating for? What is the criteria in order to be eliminating? Are the girls voting who gets eliminated? Are the girls nominating who gets eliminated? Do you choose, Isaiah? Which we've come to find out Isaiah does ultimately choose who goes home. But I was just confused about the whole thing because I'm like, this show is called South Central Baddies. It kind of gives baddies vibes. It's kind of like a Bad Girls Club replica spinoff type show. Where is the elimination coming into play? And my thing is, and I know Isaiah probably isn't watching this, but I'm putting y'all up on free game. Please take my advice. If you're going to have eliminations and stuff like that, you need to like explain this stuff. Introduce this stuff to viewers like me who have never seen your show. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody should have brought that up in episode 1. You know, somebody should have said, while the girls are living here, they will go through an elimination process and we will send girls home throughout the season. Something like that so we have a heads up and we know, because I'm just like, what is going on? I'm so confused because it's like, number one, all the girls have done is fight non-fucking stop since they walked into the house. Number two, now you're talking about eliminations when all they've done is fight non-fucking stop. So what are you eliminating them for? They're based off of their fighting skills? I don't know. I'm new to this show, y'all. But I think at this point, and don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying it, I'm entertained, but I'm only entertained because of the fighting aspect. At this point, the only substance this show has is the fighting element. And how much substance is that really? How long will that captivate and hold a viewer's attention? For how long, will that... Just wondering. So when Security and Isaiah break up the fight between Nina and Cash, Nina is pissed at Isaiah because she says that Isaiah elbowed her as he was breaking up the fight. So I rewound the fight because Isaiah was, he was positive that he did not elbow this girl. He's screaming at her. She's screaming at him. So I'm like, let me rewind the footage and see if he elbowed this girl because I didn't see it either. So I rewound the footage and he didn't elbow her. But I do think that because Nina had 3 or 4 guys on her trying to pull her off of Cash, that she probably assumed that it was Isaiah. Because as soon as they pulled him apart, one of the security guys said, "Get back, Isaiah." And Nina was like, "Yeah, Isaiah, see, you fucking elbowed me." So I think she just thought that, but he didn't elbow her. If anything, he just put his arm over her when he was trying to pull her off. But he never elbowed her, from what I saw. And then we see Isaiah check Nina, which I don't blame him for checking her, because it seems like since Nina came in the house, she's tried to tell Isaiah what he's going to do with his show and how his show is going to operate. And she's going to fight who she wants to fight at this moment in time. And like half of me agrees with her and half of me don't, because it's like, this is Isaiah's show, and if he's telling you, you can't fight Cash right now, sit the fuck down. But the other half of me understands, because like I was saying earlier, when you talk about someone's mother, father, or their child, it's up and it's stuck. So I mean, I'm just kind of 50-50 when it comes to that situation between Nina and Isaiah and Cash. Now, we see a caption come up on the screen, because when we see a caption come up on the screen, that means the cameraman missed it. So production is trying to explain to us what happened, right? That's what that means when we see something come up on the screen. So the cameraman missed Billy. Billy decides to invade Hood Baby's personal space as she's using the bathroom. I don't know if she was taking a piss, taking a shit, what she was doing. But whatever she was doing, she as a human being deserves personal privacy and space to do her business. Do you know what I'm saying? No matter what y'all's beef is, what's the issue is. So this weird, ugly ass hoe, Billy, decides to storm in the bathroom and attack Hood Baby while she's on the toilet. And I'm sorry, but the look on Billy, Hillbilly Barbie, she calls herself Billy Barbie, but I call her Hillbilly Barbie. The look on Hillbilly Barbie's face, she just gives me trouble. Like, she's got this devilish grin. She sits back like this with this devilish grin. Like, I feel like the moment she stepped in the door, she's been looking for trouble. The moment she stepped on the scene and the camera said action, she's been looking for her moment. Like, girl, you ain't even said a word. We don't even know what your voice sounds like. We don't even know where you from. I don't even think we've seen a confessional from her. And she's coming in so hot. Like, girl, what is your issue? Like, do you even have beef with Hood Baby? Or are you just trying to attack her because you want your moment? Now, Hood Baby is another one who was saying, she's the second girl who was blaming production for her safety, her well-being, right? We had Cash talking about she felt like she was set up and now she wants to go home. Now we have Hood Baby who's saying she's pissed because production and security let Billy run up on her while she was on the toilet. And again, second person here is saying production allowed something to happen. Now, granted, production can't be somewhere at all times, but I do understand where Hood Baby's coming from, because it's like, you know, we got all these security guards and shit. Why was nobody watching? Why is nobody keeping guard? Like, do I have to have a security guard stand outside of my bathroom while I take a motherfucking shit, bitch? Like, is it that motherfucking bad? Because that's what it's giving. Now, Hood Baby is so pissed at this point, and she's calling Billy all kind of weird bitches and shit. And I agree, that's weird. It's super weird. It's giving like you're getting off by attacking me while I'm on the toilet. Like, it's giving some weird sexual kink fetish type shit. I don't know. But Hood Baby is so pissed that she picks up a hammer because she wants to go after Billy. And to be honest with you, I can't blame her. Like, I probably, if somebody did that to me while I'm so vulnerable, naked, on the toilet, sitting down, and they attacked me, bitch, you damn right. Gang, got the hammer and the wrench. The fuck? You getting this wrench upside your motherfucking head, ho. Since you want to play silly games, you gonna win a silly ass prize, and that's a hammer upside your motherfucking head. Now, security is trying to pry the hammer out of Hood Baby's hand, but she's like, no, y'all are not taking it. And it took like 4 men prying this hammer out of her hand, but she's like crying. I felt bad for her because, like I said, that's just so fucking weird. Like, I felt bad for Hood Baby because that has to be traumatizing for someone to do that to you, regardless of what your beef is. Now, Isaiah says it's almost time for eliminations, and he says they're doing eliminations because they have too many girls and there's too many fights. And I'm just like, but you casted all these girls. What do you mean you got too many girls and too many fights? It just don't make sense. Like, it's giving you're just looking for a reason to eliminate people. Y'all tell me that watch this show. Seasons 1, 2, and 3. Are eliminations a part of the process? Or is this something they just come up with midway through the season to get rid of girls? Because if that's the case, just make them go home. Hell. So the eliminations get started, and Isaiah says he's eliminating Hood Baby because Hood Baby apparently brought a phone into the house and she was leaking a lot of the tea about the show, and Isaiah didn't like that, understandably. And I appreciate that he doesn't allow them to have their phones. I feel like Zeus should be doing that. When you don't allow them to have their phones, it gives more of a surprise element to the show when we watch, because we don't have all these leaks that are happening on Instagram and all these fan pages. You know what I'm saying? He eliminates Jayla and Bambi, which I agree with those decisions as well. Bambi has gave nothing. She seems like a camera conscious clout chaser. And he says that Jayla, he does send Jayla home, but I'm thinking about China more so. I agree with China. And he says that he's sending China home because she's very quiet, didn't say anything, and her face was bruised and busted up. And I agree with that too. Like, China, you really didn't contribute nothing. Your personality's dull and dry. You didn't really say anything. You sat in the corner with a swole face, busted, bruising, puking, crying. Like, it was just like, you need to go home. You need to go home. It's given sufferable at this point. So I 100% stand by that decision of her going home. Now on her way out, China throws a water bottle at somebody. At least I think it's China. That's what it seems like from the camera. And so as she throws the water bottle and as she's walking out, Lolly, y'all know Lolly, a big girl. Lolly's about Billy's size. Lolly run up on China, and I was gonna say she gives her the work, but she really don't, because I think security kind of pulls China away before Lolly can really give her the work. But China is pissed at this point that Lolly ran up on her, and she's the third person that blames production and security for her well-being and her safety, so to speak, because she's getting mad at security, and she's saying she's saying things like, how y'all gonna let her run up on me like that? Y'all let that girl run up on me like that. This production is shit, or this production is trash, or she said something about the production. You can go back and rewind it. That's for sure. And it's like, that's the third person, like I was telling y'all. And my thing is like, NowThatsTv, why are y'all not editing? Y'all are like Zeus. Why are y'all not editing this stuff out? Y'all are telling on yourselves. These girls are exposing y'all for things like this, and y'all aren't even editing it out. So I'm just confused. And I get security can't save everybody, but I do understand where they're coming from. Like, they expect a certain level of accountability and expectations when it comes to their safety. Like, I need y'all to be on guard and on your toes with every little thing, because it takes one girl throwing the wrong thing or hitting the wrong part on somebody's body until they knock them out cold and kill them, God forbid. Because that's what's going to happen. I've told y'all, with all these Zeus shows, these fighting shows, it's going to result in something deadly and dangerous and bad. Why do y'all think on Oxygen with Bad Girls Club, if you fought, you got sent home? Because they were smart, and they had a legal department that was behind them. They had attorneys that were behind them saying, look, y'all need to be careful. Y'all are going to get sued if a bitch gets hurt or God forbid loses her life. I believe these girls when they're saying that they're being set up by production. I believe it, because here's the thing, and I'll tell y'all why I believe it. That last scene with Hood Baby, now mind you, Hood Baby is getting sent home, right? So while she's in one of the rooms taking her eyelashes off, we see Billy run up on Hood Baby and attack her, right? And that solidified for me that production on this show does be setting these girls up, because if you watch closely, why do they just have the camera on Hood Baby taking her eyelashes off? Isn't Hood Baby going home? Why are we still filming her? And why, of all things, are you filming her taking her lashes off? It was just too convenient. They had the camera on her ready, right? It was almost like they said, and go. And Billy comes in and attacks her. I stand by that they're being set up. But, I mean, this is not the first time that someone's gotten set up on a reality show. That tends to happen a lot. However, I could see why some of these girls would be pissed. I could see why some of these girls would want to leave. Because it's like, obviously, we don't need production to set up any fights on this show. The way these girls be beefing, the way these girls be squabbling and scrapping, we don't need no contrived fights. And like I was saying earlier, what did Hood Baby do to Hillbilly Barbie? What did she do? Like, I don't know if she did something to this girl, but I felt bad for Hood Baby because it felt like bullying. It really did. Like, this girl came in hot, and Hood Baby even kept telling her, like, what the fuck do you keep wanting to fight me for, you weird ass bitch? Like, what the fuck do you keep coming? It's like this girl had a hard on for Hood Baby, and I really felt like old girl wanted to fuck her. You acting like you want to fuck Hood Baby. My thing is, like, what I really don't understand is how you're being a bully and you look like that. Sorry, sis. I'm just going to call it like it fucking is. When you look like that, you got to at least have a nice personality, be a good person. Sis, because you just big and bullying for nothing. It's not a cute look. I mean, it literally took 3 or 4 grown men to hold this big bull back from going in the room at Hood Baby, because she was that hell-bent on getting in the room at her. And it's like, you would think this girl killed Billy's dog or something. Like, what are you doing? Now, before we wrap things up, I wanted to talk really quick about the scene with Liddy, Pressure, and Monet in the room together. That last scene, like with them kind of together, I really enjoyed that scene because that's like what I want to see more of. The girls hanging out, vibing, relating to one another in the room. You know, they can fight, they can argue, but I like seeing moments like this with just real, raw girls getting to know one another. And that's what it seemed like.
So I caught what seemed to be some shade from Liddy. So we got Liddy, we got Pressure, we got Monet in the room. They chilling, they talking, they vibing, you know, girl talk, whatever. And like I said, I'm enjoying the scene, right? But we hear Liddy say something about, oh, Monet, have you taken a shower with Pressure yet? You know, she's actually got a pussy. She's really got a pussy. And I'm just like, oh shit, are we taking shots at Savannah? Because we know Savannah's the only transgender girl in the house, right? So it's like, who else would you be talking about? Even though Savannah's had the what they call the bottom surgery, where you get your genitalia removed, right? So she's went and had the surgery. Now she may not have a biological pussy, so to speak, if you want to call it. She might have a manufactured coochie. But at the end of the day, if she wants to live her life as a woman and wants to be respected as such, why can't we do that? Why do we have to disrespect her? Did Savannah do something to you, Liddy? Because if so, we haven't seen. And here's the thing. I like you, Liddy. I liked you since I saw you first time on this show. I really do. But don't turn us against you because of ignorance. Don't turn us against you because of, you know, you feel like you got to pick and prod for no reason. Now, and maybe the comment was innocent. Maybe the comment was towards nobody, but it's very random to just say Pressure has a pussy. I mean, we know that. I mean, we pretty much can assume that she has a vagina, right? So I was just kind of disappointed in that. And I don't know. Maybe we'll see her. Maybe we'll see Liddy and Savannah address it and talk about it if it gets brought up. I don't know. I thought Liddy and Savannah were cool based off of prior interactions. We'll have to watch and see what happens. Because they play the mid-season trailer at the end of the episode. We're 6 episodes in, so I'm guessing we have about 6-7 more episodes left. So we see the mid-season trailer, and it looks promising. It looks promising because we got to see a little bit more than just the fights. And that's the part that I kind of got a little excited about. I'm trying not to get my hopes up. But, you know, we see the girls out at the club. We see the girls out on the town. We see them looking cute. For the first time this season, we see the girls looking cute with their hair and their makeup and their clothes. Like, I'm like, Yes, I want to see more of this. I need a balance. Now that's TV. I need a balance of the drama and then like the good times and the fun. Because just the constant nonstop fighting can be draining and it can be a little, I don't want to say triggering, but it's not really triggering to me, but it's just like, oh, I'm exhausted after a while of all the fighting. Um, but I'm just hoping we get, based off of that mid-season trailer, we do get to see those scenes of the girls going to the club, of them hanging out, laughing, talking shit. You know what I'm saying? I hope we do get to see more of that dialogue. Because at this moment, I want to get to know these girls. Like, genuinely. I feel like Isaiah has a good cast. The cast is there. It's just like we're missing. It's like you've got all the puzzle pieces, Isaiah, but you just don't have them put together. And I don't, like, I know these girls from watching them, but I don't feel like I know them, if that makes sense. And that's not their fault. That's the production's fault for not editing it and producing it that way so we can get to know these girls. Here's the thing, and then we're going to close it out. If NowThatsTV would just tweak a couple things here and there, they have the potential to surpass the Zeus Network. I'm going to be real. If they would go in there and tweak a couple little things, and they're not big things, they're easy things to fix. Like not having the girls fight 24/7, like, you know, bringing them out, having that balance, that would fix some things. They have the potential to surpass Zeus Network. Because here's the thing, NowThatsTV, they don't have the budget that Zeus Network does. But NowThatsTV puts out multiple shows a week. Clock that. Okay? So I got to give them credit and props when it's due. You know, their content might not be completely well packaged, top tier, best TV you ever seen, but you know, they doing some shit, and I see them. I'm giving them their props. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this after show for South Central Baddies. If you did enjoy it, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on your post notifications so you never miss a beat and you'll be locked into all things Damien After Dark, because we have a good time over here and I would love to have you a part of the squad. Okay, next I would love if you guys click the thumbs up button. It's right below this video as well, and that will help me get into the YouTube algorithm so more people like yourself can find us over here. Okay, we keep this party going and we can grow the channel. Now if you would like to donate, I would very much so appreciate that. You can donate and help keep the lights on over here at Damien After Dark. In the description box below will be ways that you can donate using PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and Zelle. I will also put my Amazon wish list there for those that would like to take that route. Last but not least, join the conversation. What did you guys think about this episode? Because I would love to hear from you. Do you think production has been playing the girls and setting them up? And whose side were you on when it comes between Nina and Cash? Are you team Nina or are you team Cash? And what do you think about the new girl Billy that came in? Does she give big bad Billy bully vibes from you? I would love to hear all your thoughts and opinions. Make sure you drop down in the comment section below and I'll try to comment back and we can talk about the episode together. I love you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check out the Baddies East After Show live each and every Sunday night, 10/9 Central, only on Damien After Dark. Until next time, love you guys so much. See ya.